Tower of God is a series I have very clearly fallen in love with. I mean, it was apparent a while ago, but even more so now that I've been reading it. And it's a series full of really, really good, really well written characters that you can't help but love and want to see more of. But I'm here to talk about one of my personal favourites that a lot of people really don't like. And one of the characters that I think is one of the most important to the series as a whole. Also, sorry if I sound a little bit weird, I'm just coming off the back of a cold. The character I'm going to talk about, and probably easily in my top 5 favourite characters in the series, is Rachel. Now I know, hold on, don't rush to the dislike button and flame me in the comments. Hear me out. Rachel is a brilliantly written character. She is one of, if not the best villains in the series. She's probably the only villain that will stay a villain for the entirety of the story, other than perhaps Jahad himself, the big bad. But Rachel is so important to the story. I mean, she's instigated so many key moments within the story. For example, pushing Balm, which led to him falling in with Fug. If she hadn't pushed him, that wouldn't have happened. If she hadn't had the help of Han Sang-yu, none of this would have happened. She knows about the key to get to the 135th floor, being that it's made up of the rings of Jahad. How does she know this? Who the fuck knows? She also knows Arlene. She is clearly way more important and knows way more than a irregular, because she isn't irregular. She knows way more than somebody who isn't from the tower should know. Or even somebody from the tower would probably know. She is incredibly important to the story, and on top of that, she's also a really interesting character. Her motivations are so shrouded in mystery. She says it's to see the stars, but there has to be so much more to it. Because if all she wanted to do is see the stars, she could go along with literally anybody, get to the top, and that'd be it. But she also seeks power. She wants the Thorn, so she can presumably kill Jahad. But why would she need to do that if all she wants to do is see the top? She could just have not betrayed Balm, who has the potential to kill Jahad, and just gone up with him without betraying him and seen the sky. Because Balm would have done that. Balm would have helped her get to the top. So evidently, just reaching the top and seeing the stars is not the fundamental core of what she wants. She wants so much more than that. And then there's her connection to Arlene, and how she believes that she is the one in the prophecy that, from Arlene, that her child will use the red thorn to slit the throat of the king. But why does she think that? Why does Rachel think she is the child in the prophecy, not Balm, even though we know that Balm is Arlene's child? There's too many similarities between him, Arlene, and V for him not to be. And yet, Rachel still thinks she's the one in the prophecy and will fulfill Arlene's wish. Which is still not exactly 100% clear. Yes, Arlene wants Jahad to be killed, but is that the full story? Evidently not, because even Garam says that she doesn't tell Balm, and by proxy us, the reader, the full story, and we might possibly resent her for it later on. And that's what interests me, is how does Rachel tie into that? What could Garam not have said that Rachel could possibly know that would make, Balm potentially resent Garam for not telling him sooner? I am not in any position to speculate, because I'm not caught up with the series, but it's a really interesting thought, and all of it ties to Rachel. Pretty much most of the story revolves around Rachel in some way or another. During the early parts of Season 2, Balm is trying to climb, to get higher, to catch back up to Rachel and help his friends. Kun wants to kill Rachel, constantly more now than ever, after what she's pulled. He is subconsciously, or maybe not even subconsciously, actively revolving around Rachel because he wants to kill her. Then you have Wagner, who has, at least where I am, joined her group to try and betray her. All these core, key, really important characters are revolving around Rachel. She is somehow more central to the story's progression than Balm, who is the main character. So, you might not like Rachel, which is entirely fair, but that's exactly why she's a good character, and why she's one of my favourites. She's written so you hate her, and she's written really well in doing so. She's a fantastic character that is written to fulfill a purpose, and she fulfills it so goddamn well. To make you fucking hate her. And most people do. And because of that, that's why I like her. Because she's written so goddamn well, and she's so interesting. She's personally my favourite, and one of the most interesting characters in this story. I mean, in my tier list, I put Rachel in S tier, my Season 1 character tier list. Go check that out, by the way. Rachel is a really interesting character, and don't overlook her just because she pushed Balm in Season 1. Pay a little bit more attention to her. Read into what she's doing a little bit more. Care a little bit more about what Rachel's doing, and I'm sure you'll grow more to like her than you do right now. But that's just a little quick video. If you liked it, leave a like, comment, sub, hit the notification bell, you know the usual YouTube thing. And with all that said, I've been Amosi, you being you, and I hope to catch you all next time for another video. Ta-ta, for now.